Hey there, YouTube people. Wow, that sounded really bad. I just realized I kept saying, like, welcome back to American Nightmare, so I decided I would change it up a little bit, but it didn't really seem to work out that well. Anyway, we've gotten the camera for the the telescope, which is about as different as you can get to being a microscope while still being a scientific instrument. Yeah, we've gotten the camera for it, and we're about to go in and see Dr.
It's you! How dare you? No, wait. It
I
isn't
can't even
you.
remember her name, actually.
I suppose you'd better come in.
Yes.
I'll unlock the door.
Let me come in. Unlock the door. Let me give you this camera. So, how's everyone? Oh, can I turn on this TV? Is Mr. Scratch gonna say what's up? Yeah.
I know what you're thinking. Evil twin, supernatural powers. But most of the time, I just like to keep things basic. I want you to understand that. Like
That
this.
is a hammer.
Need to get your hands dirty? No batteries, no moving parts, just physics. That's technology you can depend on. It's a classic.
So he likes...
Speaking of classics,
What is that?
you need to be careful
A
with
razor
this
blade?
one now. If the victim suddenly twists, you might end up cutting yourself. It's not really a workhorse, but I'm a sucker for this style. Now this is more like it. You've got slip-resistant grip. Believe me, you really want that traction once you're wrist deep in somebody. The blade's stiff enough so it won't open by accident in your pocket, but it's still really easy to open with just one hand.
You know, I'm glad that I'm able to be...
That's a big thing for me.
I'm glad that he's telling me all this in case I ever need a murder
I know what
weapon.
you're thinking. It's too big, too heavy. But sometimes you just need the extra oomph. If you're talking intimidation, this is gonna do the job.
It's not that big of a
Also,
knife.
membranes and
I guess it
whatnot.
is kind of big.
You know, the messy jobs. I can't tell you how many things I've MacGyvered with this stuff. Okay, now guns. Not a big fan. I mean, how are you supposed to really connect with somebody with a bullet?
It's like when you reach out and touch someone.
I want you to understand that. I take pride in what I do. We can't both be worthless hacks, can we?
Hacks, get it? Hacks, because he has an axe and he hacks people's limbs off. Oh god. No, but that wasn't actually funny, and torture is wrong. I'm sorry. He snatches stuff up really. Yeah.
It seems like this has all happened before.
It has.
Have the replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed.
I really don't like this woman's. She just, her actor, she doesn't seem to have any, like, emotion. It's like, oh, alright, let's get it installed. Like she's just literally reading off of a page what to say. Anyway, don't you want to bet some bad guys are going to bust in as soon as I do this? And she doesn't even question why I have that.
Although I have this strange feeling that something
Don't
will go
start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it,
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
get the primary
Oh, I'm
coolant
gonna go
at
stop
time.
them from
If you can
sabotaging
secure
it.
You should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate
Oh.
if you came up here and explained a few things. All
Alright.
of this is very strange to me.
Normally I would just run out there and do it, but I guess we'll go talk to her. The least interesting of the three girls that we're dealing with here. This is a nice place. I would love to work at an observatory, right? If you just got to sit up there all day long and like move around a giant telescope. Okay.
Hello.
I don't quite know what's going on, but I seem to remember having had this encounter before.
Excuse me.
It's not deja vu, Doctor. This has happened before.
You know, deja vu
Kindly.
is an interesting thing because
How could that be?
I can't really explain it. I suppose I could call it magic.
I don't believe in magic.
Neither do I, but I can't argue with what I've experienced. Listen, what matters now is the signal. The last time we only caught a part of it. I need the rest of it. Whether you believe me or not, you want to look into this as much as I do, right?
Yes. All right.
Yes, alright. I realize you're having trouble believing
I realize that you have trouble
Oh,
believing
good for
this.
you, game.
That's an understatement. I can't deny that what you say resonates with me on some level I don't pretend to understand. But for all I know, I'm simply delusional.
But it's not just you. I've experienced the same thing as you. Doesn't that prove something, at least?
Maybe. On the other hand, given your appearance, and the fact that you're trying to convince me that I'm not insane, perhaps you're merely a hallucination that accompanies my delusions.
You're not having a psychotic episode, Doctor. For what it's worth, I'm a skeptic by
there we
nature.
go.
I completely understand your reluctance to believe me.
There are people caught so deep in their psychosis that they retroactively manufacture memories and beliefs that conform to the situation at hand.
That is true.
Sure, but you have to stop second-guessing yourself at some point, if you want to get something done.
Oh. Anyway, deja vu. It's a French term, right? And we all know what deja vu means, like the feeling. But there's no like quick and easy way to say deja vu without using without speaking in French, basically. Like there's no, like, deja vu is just a quick, easy phrase that everyone knows and they all know what it means, but there is no English equivalent, right? Like, there's not, I mean, I don't know what deja vu literally means in French. I guess I only know what it means in English, if that makes any sense to you. But you can't just say, like, a quick two-syllable explanation of, like, when you're experiencing deja vu, you have to be like, I'm feeling like I've done this before and I'm remembering things as it happens, but I know that I haven't, so it's causing problems with my cognitive ability to understand what's going on, or however you want to say it. But you can't just like belt out, oh, deja vu. I mean, you can if you're using deja vu, if you use that word, but you can't say it in English, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Anyway, here's a page. The Taken.
The Taken may well be the tool the darkness favors over any other. At some point, they used to be human, but whatever humanity they once had is long gone. Now they're just shells covered and filled by darkness. The Taken Mr. throws at me are more grotesque and varied than the ones I first encountered in Bright Falls. But I know how to deal with them. I'd be lying if I said they don't frighten me. But I've survived worse. I can't let them stop me.
They're not really that scary. The ones in this game are actually even less scary than the ones in the first Alan Wake game, and those were not exactly terrifying. But they would talk a lot and their voice would get like really distorted sometimes, and that was a little creepy. And these are pretty much just these Taken are pretty much just relegated to being like the mooks that you mow through. So they're really not very scary at all. They die so quickly. The flashlight burns them out so fast. It's really hard to be. I mean, I get nervous when they're around because I don't want to get hit or die, but I'm not like tense fighting them. I like this rifle. So yeah, how is everyone doing today? The last video I filmed had, I forgot to turn on the timer, so I actually went way over. Like, it was about half an hour long, or actually 40 minutes long. So I had to split it in two. That was a real pain in the ass. I really hope nothing like that ever happens again. Two big guys. I've been very careful to have the timer running this time though. Damn it. What? Oh, I hate that. Why do they do that? Maybe it's supposed to be like that they're afraid that they don't want me to kill them, so they disappear to get away. I don't know. That's annoying. I'm almost out of ammo for this rifle.
These beams hate the light, am I correct? You should be able to turn on the lights and secure the area that way.
Alright, let's turn on the lights. Light up the lights! Oh,
I think we're good to go.
sorry.
All right.
How does she hear
I'll
him?
listen to the signal. Please, head back.
Okay, no problem. Oh, it is a problem. Is there like... oh. Okay. I thought it was gonna be like darkness coming through the pipe or something. Stupid car. Oh.
I guess they didn't like that.
Okay. So it's not possessed. Oh, is that supposed to be the car that flies down through the chain link fence? I thought we already saw that. I guess not. Fuck! Fuck! Holy shit. Okay. We're good. We're good. What? It's a tire. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, man. Okay. Guess we kind of need to move it, huh? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Is it gonna roll down? Hell. I don't know which way to go now. Whoa! It's all good. I get the feeling there's one behind me. Up there, up there, up there, up there, up there, up there, up there. Go away. Oh, fuck. Die, 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 die. Okay, 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 okay. We're good, we're good, we're good. It's all good. The lights are going out. It's not all good. It's not all good. This is really getting to me. I don't know why. I guess because I'm hurt. Oh, shit. Hey there, buddy. Okay. This I can deal with. See, the Taken are not that bad. I'd prefer fighting Taken over giant flying debris trying to wipe me out. What is that? Oh, big guys. I can't figure out if there's any auto-aiming or not. I assume there's not, but there might be. Alright, big guy. Just don't charge and we'll be fine. Man, it even kills them in one shot. I like this rifle. I like it. I like it a lot. Another one. There's a lot of them. See, oh, is that a grenade? Grenadier? No big deal. There's 2, 3 grenadiers. Do I have to fight these guys? I don't really know. Do I? Why don't I just go through the door? I'm almost out of bullets. Oh yeah, I don't need to fight them. Cool. I don't like that he carries it with one hand, but then also has his finger wrapped around the trigger. I mean, what if he...
Please, come up here.
Coming. I wonder if I wonder how many times we're gonna have to go through this. Like, is this the only other time? Are they just gonna do it once, or is there gonna be another? It seems like you remember how I was talking about deja vu? I'm experiencing it right now, live on YouTube. Why haven't I healed? I guess the lights in here didn't count as real lights.
Find the signal?
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing we had the last time. Still,
The last time,
We're getting
horrible.
the complete signal now.
I'm afraid not.
Oh, I guess
Take
we'll be
a
doing
look
it
at
one more
yourself. I'm
time.
printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though, if you don't mind.
That's so weird. What's on
What's
your
on your
mind,
mind,
Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation.
Because I'm Alan fucking Wig, bitch.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I was involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true.
Oh.
I learned to fight it with light, and I managed to contain it and free my wife. But I was trapped in its world.
Are you serious?
Absolutely. So, I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I fought these things, not exactly like this, but close enough for a good while now. Of course, I have certain advantages. Is there anything else?
What did you
I
mean
have to
when
go.
you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic, reality is much more fluid than people think. It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions, I can, for lack of a better word, rewrite reality. Change things.
That's absurd.
Yeah, it
It
is.
works.
Assuming I believe this, why don't you simply, I don't know,
Yeah,
write yourself some
seriously.
superpowers?
On the fly.
It's not quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and symbolism. Often what you write isn't anywhere near as important as what you imply. There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in this?
Don't look at me like that. You've experienced some of this yourself.
I will gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments against this, what gives you the right?
Well, it's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's all right to take advantage of someone if they aren't aware of it?
Look, all I meant was that if you're genuinely making all your own decisions, and those decisions lead to whatever destiny you have, what practical difference does it make?
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics and probabilities, or natural reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial.
Philosophical
Or by
discussion
some
in a
kind of
video
an
game.
intelligence. If it's the latter, that intelligence makes choices based on some criteria. If we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and ethical element involved, regardless of whether we're aware of its manipulations. Wouldn't you agree?
You're taking this very well. I thought you'd be hangry.
I suppose I would be if I thought you could actually do this.
Ha ha. Yeah. I liked what they said about him writing, like, why he can't just say, like, I think in the 3rd episode of this Let's Play, I said, why doesn't he just set the scene and then say, and then Mr. Scratch died of a heart attack? And I like the justification saying, well, you have to, I mean, it has to be believable, and that's true. Like, if you're reading a good book, or a good story, playing a good video game or whatever, and then something ridiculous happens, like Mass Effect 3's ending, for example, just out of fucking nowhere, people hate it because it doesn't follow the laws of the story or the drama that you've set up. So doing that and having Mr. Scratch just sort of die out of nowhere, I guess wouldn't fit, but somehow having a satellite crashing down does. I think the satellite's kind of a stretch, even then. But they do kind of bring it back with this observatory, and didn't she mention something about the satellite causing problems? So I guess it all works out. I don't know. But I do like that concept of having to follow rules of drama.
Another printout. Another signal
I
frame.
guess we're going to be heading out now.
The message is still not complete, but it's another piece of the weapon he has built against his
So I have to do this at least one more time, I'm thinking.
Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness.
Yep. Alright, I guess we'll watch this, get into the drive-in theater, and then I'll cut it and go to the next episode, because I don't want to run over like I did last time. That was, oh man, it was such a pain in the ass.
The last time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well.
Lagging a little bit.
He hopes to avoid that fate this time. He hopes that what he has
Why would
brought
he-
with him to this place is enough.
Whatever. I wish that the titles of the movies would change. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna call it there. Why did he park his car there? Why didn't he drive up just in there? Silly. Anyway, we'll stop it there, and then I guess we'll go see the crazy dark-haired girl who wants me to give her bruises in all the right places or something. See you in a second.